On this episode, we're talking practitionership. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of the vlog. All right, so today we're going to introduce a concept that has very quickly made its way into our practice here at Thoughtium. We're starting to use it with our clients to have some fairly robust discussions, and that is the concept of practitionership. Now, this is a term that we probably don't use in our day-to-day vernacular, and especially in the corporate world, but we get excited about it because as you unpack this term, what it takes to be a practitioner, as you look at the definition, we feel that it can be a great concept and tool to bring in when you start to have discussions around where are we really spending our time? How are we getting better at what we do? And are we taking the right level of ownership? Are we taking the right level of specificity to becoming the best? Practitionership, by definition, if you look in the dictionary, it says a practitioner is someone who is actively engaged in the art or craft of their profession. Now, I don't know about you, but I get a little bit of goosebumps thinking about our work as an art form or as, something that involves craftsmanship. But I don't think we do that on a day-to-day basis. I always make the analogy of the artist or the sculptor. Back in the day, these are people that would spend an entire career, if not an entire lifetime, working on a single piece. And they were okay with that because there was such a level of ownership. And they were okay with the fact that they were going extremely deep in a very specific project. And I think we can take that mentality and that approach to designing our career paths, to managing our performance and the way that we grow ourselves as professionals. The discussions that I'm having with clients, especially in the commercial learning and development space, is are we looking at ourselves as learning professionals, which I know is a tough job these days because it's not only being in front of the classroom, but our jobs have become a lot more operational and more strategic, and we've got more stakeholders. But at the end of the day, the essence of what we do as learning practitioners is designing and delivering great learning experiences. So if you take a look at practitionership, you'd have to ask yourself, how much time are we spending in the design and the delivery space? And that's an uncomfortable question to ask ourselves sometimes. That really challenges us, again, to take a look at our time and also to take a look at, are we practicing? Are we stepping outside of our comfort zone and bringing the outside in? Are we getting in front of our peers and creating that level of discomfort so that we can get better? So, the discussions that we're having with clients is starting to bring this term practitionership in when you start to develop, the vision of where you want to go as a team, all the way down to the way that we would manage our individual career paths, tapping into everyone's innate desire to have a craft, to have depth and to have meaning. I think it's just a great discussion to have, whether that's at the team level or an individual level. At Thoughtium, we're having a lot of fun with these concepts as well. We feel that practitionership is a way that we can continue to challenge ourselves to find new ways of delivering value to you all. And so we are extremely excited to announce the launch of our new weekly podcast concept. The name of the podcast is Create the Space. The objective is to do exactly that. So on a weekly basis, we're going to create the space and bring in a concept just like this, and in about 2 minutes or less, we're going to challenge you to think a little differently about it and potentially bring it in and use it to develop yourself or your teams. Let's use these concepts to allow ourselves to go to the next level. So the podcast can be found across all of our social media platforms. Of course, you can find all of our content at Thoughtium.com, and I will also put the link to the podcast in the show notes below. Thank you so much for challenging us to continue to work with you in different ways. We're super excited to add value to you all on an episode by episode basis.
That was good.
All right, and then on this episode.